What's going on, guys? This is Mr. Teej66's Movie Reviews. I am Mr. Teej66. This is my spoiler-filled review of Avengers Endgame. I'm not going to be able to talk about this movie without spoiling the shit out of it, so you've been warned at the beginning. Spoilers are coming. So what did I think of this movie? This movie was fucking awesome! This was one of the greatest theater-going experiences I have ever had in my entire life. The crowd just ate it up. Like, from the very first scene, the movie hooked me. I was never for 1 second bored. I've read some reviews that say the beginning is a little slow. Didn't think so at all. The character interactions were absolutely spot on from everybody. When it needed humor, it was hilarious. When the action came on, it kicked ass. I mean, so much drama and so much heart is in this movie. I mean, granted, it does have the advantage of having 21 other movies to like set stuff up. So it is it is a little bit of it's both a strength and a weakness, just like Infinity War. But, you know, at this point, I don't know what the hell anybody would want to be going to this movie for if they haven't seen the other films. It just boggles my mind. This was never your thing. Why would you waste your time? The cast, spot on from just everybody. Everybody bought their A game. Even Brie Larson, who, I don't know why everyone's ragging on her for... I thought she's great. She's cocky. She's, you know... I don't know if I'd say a bitch, but, you know, she's fucking powerful, though. It's like, dude, she can back that shit up, so shut up. Like... She destroys a spaceship, so I don't know what the problem is. It's not in the movie too much, but her entrance back in, I'll get to that in a minute, but the actor, though, that I have to single out in this movie is Robert Downey Jr. Brings so much depth, so much humanity to Tony Stark that there's been a campaign online to get him an Oscar nomination. I'm in. Yeah, he is just that fucking good. This is a great acting, period. It probably won't happen because, unfortunately, the Academy is a bunch of stuck-up assholes, but I think he absolutely deserves a nomination. The action sequences, spot on. The time travel stuff was really well done, very cleverly done. You know, it doesn't always make complete sense, but the movie even makes fun of that. They reference Back to the Future a bunch of times, which, you know, it's Back to the Future, so of course that's awesome. You know, I guess, I don't know if I say there weren't any flaws with it. Maybe some of the time travel stuff is a little confusing, or it doesn't exactly hold up under scrutiny. This is a great refrigerator movie. The great director Alfred Hitchcock had a bunch of, you know, film theories, and one of them was the refrigerator movie. And basically that means the movie's amazing, you love it, you know, you have such a fun time, you are entertained as hell, but after you go home, the gag is when you're at your refrigerator, like, either after you finish watching it on TV or come home from the movie theater and you're getting something to eat and you're going back over it in your mind, you go, wait a minute, you start poking holes in everything, like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? But it only happens after the movie is over. There was a few moments like that where I was like, wait a minute, I don't know if that quite adds up, but it really doesn't make any difference. I don't know, maybe drunk, the character of Thor in this movie, he's basically a drunk. I'm not even going to try and explain the plot, because I'm sure you probably all know the basic story by now, but, like, he's a bit of a drunk, he's kind of overweight, which I thought was a great visual gag. You know, it's nice because it circumvents our expectations, because, you know, Chris Hemsworth is, you know, in shape, and, you know, women all love him, and ooh, and everything like that. Some of his drunken antics, while they are hilarious, and Chris Hemsworth is great with his comic timing, maybe they dragged that out a little more than was necessary. You know, I was kind of like, all right, ha ha ha, drunk Thor. It just maybe gets a tad bit old, but that's really about the only major problems I have with this movie. The third act is, a lot of people have been, you know, commenting it's almost flawless. Yeah, just the action kicks up a notch that you wouldn't believe. When Cap gets Mjolnir back, oh my god, the entire freaking theater just went nuts, including me. It's been set up so well in the other films, and just a rousing payoff. That's what this whole movie is, a rousing payoff. And by God, the final action sequence, my nerd brain exploded when all the heroes start coming back, when Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, just all of them teamed up for this one big, massive, epic battle. It was fucking awesome. I cried nerd tears. I was hoping going into this movie that, you know, they would all that most of the, if not all of the heroes would come together for one final battle, and my God, they did. They did. It was beautiful. And of course, we have to talk about the two major deaths in this movie. Spoilers coming if you don't already know. Black Widow, of course, has to go, has to kill it, has to give her life to get the Soul Stone, which I have to say that was a great end to her character. She's done a lot of bad things in her life, according to the other films. She's got red in her ledger, and this was just a great, send off and a redemption for her character. I love the scenes with her and Hawkeye when they're fighting to see who's gonna die, because I generally did not know who was gonna die, and that was great. But the thing that I think it's gonna choke everyone up, and probably already is when Tony Stark dies. That was so heartbreaking, but it was just such a great moment when he gets all the Infinity Stones in his gauntlet. I guess that's another little problem, a flaw in the movie. It's been mentioned in a couple other reviewers, that he just has a regular Iron Man glove, or robot hand, and he can contain all the Infinity Stones. It's like, well, can that do that? Like, I don't know if they could contain that much power, but again, I didn't think about it till after the movie was over, because it was just so awesome. But dude, when he holds those up and goes, "I am Iron Man," and snaps his finger, oh, beautiful. And his death scene I thought was perfectly handled. There's not a lot of cheesy, speeches or anything like that. He just dies, and that's it. And the funeral scene, fantastic. The moment where he has his first arc reactor, and it says, "Proof Tony Stark has a heart." Oh, it just gave me the feels. This whole movie just gave me the feels. This is absolutely, positively one of the greatest superhero films I've ever seen. This is the level of The Dark Knight. I mean, I will be buying this on DVD. If I could have only one MCU film right now, and I had to give up all the other ones, and someone said you could only have one, this would be the one. Beautiful. I would give it 9.8, just because, a few little nitpicks here and there, but again, I can't really count them as flaws that much because I didn't really think about it until after the movie was over. Everyone's going to see this movie. It's probably pointless at this point. If you're not thinking of going, or if you're not sure if you should go, go. This movie is awesome. 9.8. I can't wait to watch it again. I'm probably going to go later this week and watch it again. This is Mr. Teej 66, and I will see you next time.